Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, my dear middle two students. Now we are going to start our explaining and or illustration for our syllabus, science syllabus for the year 2020 to 2021. Uh, before we start, في بعض الحاجات لازم نتفق عليها. Okay. I'm going to explain the lesson mostly in English with a few Arabic words. يعني مش متعودوش ان تسمعوا عربي كتير. المفروض ان احنا I'm going to ask you in English, so you're supposed to answer in English too. فعشان كده illustration بتاعنا او teaching must be in English mostly. بعض الأحيان ممكن نستعمل some Arabic words في الحاجات اللي هي little bit difficult. Number two, uh, uh, you must write your answer scientifically. يعني you must use the scientific word which I give it to you. مش writing يا جماعة ولا هو story. انت مش بتكتب حاجات دي كده لكن انت بتكتب scientifically, so you have to write the scientific answers. By the way, I need you to take care of your spelling. يعني هحاسب على موضوع السبelling شوية. ومش كده بس. If we are using the iSpring in program in our quizzes اللي هي الاونلاين quizzes, يبقى مش هيتم حساب سكور لأي any word with the wrong spelling. فلازم to take care of your spelling. Now let's start with the syllabus. Unit 1, periodicity of element and their properties. It's now we are going to know how the periodic table ده اللي هو التable that include all the elements in the world. And we are going to know the history of this periodic table. Lesson 1 is the attempts of element classification. طب why do we scientists think to classify elements? Exactly, if you are looking at your, for example, يعني at your room. In your room, you are going to organize everything. So you'll be very organized or classified into social studies, that part of social studies. So another one for science, another one for math, and then for Arabic. So if I'm asking you to give me the booklet of science, you are going to the part of science. But if you are putting them randomly on each other, you will find a great difficulty in find any of the booklets or books or something. And also, it is going to take a lot of time. So scientists classify the elements for the main reason, for the same reason, like to facilitate their studies. What does it mean by facilitate? It's to simplify, to make it simple. Okay. Number two, to find the relationship between elements and their chemical and physical properties. That we are going to discuss in this lesson. Is from the location of the element to to have an idea about its physical and chemical properties. دي اللي هندرسه في first unit إن شاء الله. Now let's go to the attempts of classifying elements. It starts with Mendeleev. Mendeleev was the Russian scientist, and he was the one who had the first idea about putting all the elements in a periodic table or in a table to make it easier for us to discuss it or to study it. Okay. He was a card player, professional card player. فعمل يستعمل طريقة الكاردز في ان هو يعمل البريباريشن للبريودك تيبل بتاعه. He prepared 67 cards. Why 67 cards? Because until this moment, the number of discovered element was 67. Okay. So he prepared 67 cards. Each card represents one element only. He starts recording on each single card three things. ايه هم three informations about the element. Name of the element, number one. Atomic weight, but he has his own device to determine the atomic weight of each. He didn't depend on the information about all the informations about the atomic weight. هو استعمل الجهاز بتاعه to find the atomic weight. And he recorded the new atomic weight and the important properties discovered until this moment for this element. يعني كل كارد كتب عليه ثلاث حاجات: name of the element, atomic weight, and important properties. بعد كده he started to arrange them in the element with the similar properties in vertical column بالطول كده. This column called later مش هو اللي سماهم called later as groups اتسموا فيما بعد بالجروبس. Number 4 he classified element on each main group. بعد كده لقوا ان في slight difference ما بين بعض الاليمنتس اللي موجودين in the same group فقسمهم ل two subgroups A and B, and this is you are going to take it ان شاء الله in senior 2. Okay, slight difference between properties, so he classified it into subgroups called A and B. طب بعد كده الارrangement that depends on A. This is very important point. The elements are arranged in an ascending order from left to right, ascending order according to their atomic weights. Please don't forget, he classified elements in an ascending order according to their atomic weight. From left to right. From left to right معناها horizontal rows. This horizontal rows known later as periods. يبقى هو عمل vertical columns, والvertical columns سميت بعد كده أو known later by groups, and horizontal rows وسماهم بعد كده according to atomic weight سماهم periods. Properties of elements repeated periodically يعني ايه؟ This one different than the other, and third and fourth until the end of this period. Okay, he found that the next one is the same like the first one here, and also 2, 3, all the same in the same groups. But the last one, he started another one with similar to the first one, and so the periods or the sorry the properties repeated periodically بطريقة دورية on the beginning of each period. بعد كده بعد ما عمل الكلام ده جم الساينتست بعد كده قالوا طيب هنشوف الادفانتجز والديس ادفانتج، ايه الحاجات اللي انت عملتها كويس وايه الحاجات اللي انت ما عملتهاش كويس. ناخد الادفانتجز. مندليف عمل حاجه ظريفه قوي. لاحظ وهو بيعمل in its periodic table he found that the atomic weight for example of element مثلا 67 ولقى بيدور بعديه لقى واحد 72. So he predicted that maybe there is a missing element between them, and this element is going to be discovered later. So he left spaces or gaps in his table. ساب spaces كده ليه؟ Because he predicted the ability of discovering new elements later. And this is a big advantage ان انت تسيب مكان وتتخيل ان ممكن يحصل هنا اكتشاف new elements. This very good point. Number 2, I told you that he used his own devices to calculate the atomic weight. So he found that some atomic weight of some elements were wrong. So he corrected the wrong estimated atomic weight of some elements. مشكورا صلح لنا الatomic weight بتاعت some element. So he has two advantages. Now, first one, left gaps in his table, predicting the discovering new elements, and he corrected some wrong atomic weights. طب الديسادفانتج بقى. He had to make disturbance in the ascending order of atomic weight of some elements. يعني ايه disturbance? Rearrange, okay? Mendeleev is supposed to rearrange some elements. لقوا بعض elements محطوطين في مكان غلط. Due to putting them in a group which suit their properties. لازم نحطهم في مكان تاني. فعملوا بعض rearrangement يعني disturbance. ماشي كده؟ Number 2, he had to deal with isotopes. Isotopes دي خدناها السنة اللي فاتت اللي هي كانت ايه؟ The element, for example, carbon 612, carbon 613, carbon 614. الكربون ده 3 or they are all the same carbon but they are different in number. ايه هو النمبر؟ C612 يعني في 6 protons with 6 neutrons. 613 يبقى 6 protons لكن 7 neutrons. C614 يعني 6 protons و 8 neutrons. يبقى the difference between them in number of neutrons. هما same element لكن different properties لأن different number of neutrons. دول كانوا بسميهم لو تفتكروا isotopes. هو dealt with the element as one element carbon وخلاص. اوكي، لكن ما خدش باله ان في حاجه اسمها الايزوتوبس because the isotopes of element different because they have different atomic weight. الatomic weight بتاعتهم مختلفه. ده 12 وده 13 وده 14 even the same that they have the same atomic number. Now we are going to show you show you how did Mendeleev deal with now that was Mendeleev. Let's go to the main PowerPoint again. That was Mendeleev and his table. احنا شفنا دلوقتي مندليف بيتعامل ازاي مع 67 elements. هم قالوا 63 لان mostly هم بعض الكثير من المواقع بتقول 63 لكن احنا عندنا obligated ب 67 لان المنهج المصري بيقول 67. اوكي تمام، وطريقه الترتيب بتاعتهم. Now let's go to the second one. Second one اسمه mostly هو اللي عمل mostly periodic table. mostly periodic table. طيب ايه موضوع mostly periodic table ده؟ Before we start discussing mostly periodic table, we must know that there is a scientist called Rutherford. Rutherford عمل ايه؟ He discovered the nucleus of atom has a positive proton. يعني هنا النيوكليوس of the atom كانت هي عندها البوزيتيف protons inside. So from here we started to know the existence of atomic number. ما كانش في حاجة اسمها atomic number until Rutherford discovered that the nucleus has particles called اسمها ايه protons والprotons has positive charge. اوكي طيب بعد كده لما Mosley عمل he is studying by using the X-ray عمل arrangement جديد وقال ال arrangement according to the atomic weight it's not correct. We must arrange the element according to their atomic number. لما كانش Rutherford اكتشف or discovered the positively charged protons ما كانش Mosley عمل his table. So Mosley's table يعني characterized by three things. ايه هما three؟ He arranged element ودي مهمة جدا in an ascending order according to their atomic numbers. الفرق هنا ان مندليف عملوا according to atomic weights. هنا according to its atomic number, also from left to right, where atomic number of each element increased by one from the preceding it. يعني لو هو هنا 5 يبقى اللي بعديه 6 then 7 then 8 زيادة بواحد. And they put them in the same period. In the same period. يعني difference between the Mendeleev periodic table, well, Mosley's periodic table can be that the first one who he arranged the elements in an ascending order according to the atomic weight from left to right in the same period. هنا Mosley arranged the elements according to their atomic numbers from left to right in the same period. He was the first one who added zero group. Zero group دي الجروب الأخير اللي هم الانرت جازز كلهم او النوبل جازز. احنا اتفقنا ان النوبل جازز او الانرت جازز they are the elements which are completely elements which are completely filled with electrons in their outermost. الاوترmost energy level لازم يبقى completely ايه filled. عشان كده سميناهم inert gas يعني غاز خامل. He doesn't interact in any of the reactions. قاعد كده كيفي خيره غيره شر كافي غيره شر. Twice طيب he specified the place below the table. كان أول واحد عمل below the table حاجة اسمها lanthanides وactinides. ولو شفنا periodic table عندنا أهو شايفين الاثنين اللي تحت دول هم دول اللانثانايدز واكتينايدز هم actually مكانهم هنا بس هو حطهم below the table. That was the first one. He was the first one who put them in below the table سماهم هم اللانثانايدز والاكتينايدز. اوكي يبقى mostly عمل ثلاث حاجات: arrangement of element according to their atomic number not the atomic weight, added zero group اللي هي inert gas which are completely filled with electrons in their outermost, and he specified the place below the table for lanthanides and actinides. اخر واحد هو المودرن periodic table. عشان يحصل اكتشاف للمودرن periodic table Danish means from Denmark scientist Bohr discovered ايه المين energy levels اللي احنا خدناهم قبل كده KLMNOPQ اللي هم 7 energy levels وده الماكسيمم number of energy levels for any atom او any heaviest element. اقصى حاجه له 7 energy levels. طب هنا بقى he classified element according to a according to خلي بالنا to their atomic number of elements and the way of filling energy levels with electrons. يبقى احنا هنستفيد من موضوع وجود ال energy levels because the way of filling energy levels with electrons is very important in the arrangement of elements in periodic table وده اللي هناخده later ان شاء الله. هنعرف ازاي the elements arranged in the matter periodic table according to their atomic number خلاص forget about the atomic weight and the way of filling energy levels with electrons which is going to be very important. طيب the number of known elements up till now في الموديل periodic table 118 elements. 92 is available in nature earth crust موجودين and the rest prepared artificially in the labs الفيزيكس labs ذات مش الكيمستري lab mostly في الفيزيكس lab. يبقى الفيزيكس lab how many elements in here discovered or prepared artificially. هنطرح ال 118 من 92 هيلاقيها 26 elements. So the total number is 118, and the 92 elements of them are abundant أو بنسميهم natural, و 26 are prepared artificially. طيب, how many periods in the periodic table? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many periods? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many group? لو عديناهم هنلاقيهم 18 groups. يبقى periodic table consists of 7 periods and 18 groups. تعالوا نشوف إذا كان في فيديو ممكن يعمل لنا more description على الموضوع ده لو أذنتوا لي. أنا Here is a small idea about the periodic table. And now we are going back to our PowerPoint slides for the periodic table. Now, let me, before I'm going to challenge, please let or answer some questions together. Here are the main points: 118, 92 natural, and also 7 periods, 18 groups, and there are lanthanides and actinides below the table. Let's answer some questions in this small challenge. Choose the correct answer. Mendeleev arranged elements. Mendeleev arranged elements with the similar properties in. هنشوف elements with the same properties in. هل هي vertical period؟ vertical و period ما تنفعش. كويس؟ طب horizontal group برضو horizontal group ما ينفعوش. تمام؟ طيب تعال نشوف vertical group. هل هي في vertical group similar properties ولا هي في horizontal periods with the similar properties؟ كلنا عارفين انها vertical groups. vertical groups تحت بعض. Number 2, the scientist مين had discovered the main energy levels. عشان كده عملنا البريودك تيبل. هل هو موسلي ولا بور مش بوهر ولا هوفمان ولا مندليف؟ لو بصينا هنلاقي مندليف عمل الفيرست بريودك تيبل مش الانرجي ليفل، موسلي سكند. هوفمان عمل جهاز اسمه ووتر الكتروسيس هناخده ان شاء الله بعد كده. يبقى الموضوع كله بيتحصر في كلمه بور. complete. Mendeleev left gap in his table. ده complete بس صيغة give reason. Mendeleev left gaps. Why he left gaps in his table؟ توقع طبعا إن في حاجة هتحصل. He predicted the discovering of new elements in the future. So he predicted the discovering of new elements. Modern periodic table arranged according to احنا قلنا حاجتين ايه هما atomic number خلاص نسينا الatomic weight خالص and the way of filling energy levels with electrons. The way of filling energy levels with electrons. Number two, right or wrong, please concentrate. And first one, the number of elements in Mendeleev table is 76 elements. لاحظ هنا ان انا حطيت رقمين مختلفين. 7 مكان ال 6 6 مكان 7 فما تتلخبطش لو سمحت. هم 67 مش 76 يبقى this one is wrong. طب تعال نشوف the number of artificial elements ال artificial elements is 26 والكلام ده صحيح لأنه 118 92 منهم natural والباقي 26 اللي هم ال artificial. Final question. Chemical properties of element has an atomic number 17. احنا قلنا الكلام ده السنة اللي فاتت وبقي السنة دي. ال 17 معناها انها 287 يبقى number of outermost 7 يبقى انا عليا الاقي من دول ان الatomic number بتاعهم outermost فيه 7 it was going to be in the same group الكلام ده ايضا هنشوفه في later في الدرس ان شاء الله. نخلينا نعرف ان 287 similar to something which has 7 in outermost. طب تعال نشوف 20 هنلاقيها 2882 الاوترموست فيه 2 ما ينفعش. طب هنا 285 ال5 ما ينفعش. طب هنا 25 برضو الاوترموست فيه 5 لكن هنا 27 يبقى طالما النمبر of outermost similar 287 مع 27 يبقى number 9 او atomic number 9 who which is the element in the same group. That was the last question for our session today. I hope that you understand every word and see you later inshallah soon.